George. I'm a paranormal author. Today I have the most wonderful person. I can see it by the growth of the audience. You've all been coming to see this lady. Now, I have to get the name right. It's
Raghida.
Raghida, and I've been saying Rashida. So I do apologise, it is Raghida. Now, Raghida is a shaman, and we're going to talk today about twin flames. I actually know nothing about the subject, so I'm going to leave it up to this beautiful woman here to explain it to you. Take it away.
Thank you, Kez. So, as I do quite a few things, I'm an Inka Shaman by my nature, intrinsic nature, but I'm also a twin flame activator. I'm a twin flame myself, and I work a lot with the Ascension grids on the planet. Twin flames are leading it. Twin flames go through a major evolutionary crisis within their soul when they meet the other half of themselves. And for any of you, obviously there's quite a few twin flames here, otherwise you wouldn't know it. Twin flames go through... We're moving since 2012 when the Alcini belt, when the photon light changed and humanity went through an evolutionary crisis, the twin flame phenomenon began. We were born for this time. We were born to evolve, to bring consciousness of the planet into a higher energy grid. Twin flames are the one that are leading it. And a lot of karmic relationships up until 2012 were the way humanity enacted. Hence why there was a lot of breakdown in relationships, the miscommunication between the masculine and the feminine, the distortion of the patriarchal society that both men and women have endured. And now what we're doing is we're moving and shifting through the tectonic plates of our soul, the tectonic plates of Mother Earth, and the tectonic plates of humanity, who are no longer able or willing to see the way of the old world. We're able to now see through paradigms, through veils, through illusions, the distortion of humanity. We're now able to see through it because we're coming into truth within our soul. We're coming into a part of us where there has been a crisis, an inner raging, an inner war within us to merge the masculine and feminine, to bring in the yin-yang grids. The reason why it's linked to twin flames, I'll share it with you, is that twins, when they meet the other half of their soul, all a twin flame is, it's one soul, two bodies. It's not a phenomenon or a new age spiritual guru type frequency. It's actually at the blueprint DNA level of your cellular anatomy. So basically you meet this person, and within minutes of meeting them, you know you've been electrified. You know you have met the other half of your soul. They are literally your mirror. And that's why they speak about the push-pull dynamic of twin flames, because they have come here with the same intonation. They vibrate at the same intonation frequency at the soul level. Twin flames have led and have broken and smashed paradigms of the way humanity used to be. And for any of you that are twin flames, you probably know what I'm talking about. But with it comes a crisis of the soul, depression, the dark nights of the soul, to help you heal lifetimes of massive pain, so we can bring in the new revolution of humanity, the new wave of love, the new wave of peace, the new wave of enacting as human beings, both masculine and feminine, both within our soul and with the other person. We have to merge the yin-yang grids within us first. It's coming into the sacred alchemical marriage. It doesn't matter what you're doing on the planet. It doesn't matter what your mission is. It doesn't matter what your evolution is. If you are at this place right now, at a turning point, at a critical point of consciousness within you, you'll be hearing that awakening. You'll be hearing a humming in your soul, a buzzing within your energy that you know there's something more. You know there's something deeper. There's a yearning, there's a craving, and every soul has it to bring more soul light into form, to bring in more spirit into matter, to allow the flesh to become more alive with soul consciousness. That's what it really means. It's coming into a higher evolution and moving from a carbon-based system, carbon, hydrogen, oxygen and nitrogen-based system, into a crystalline matrix. We're crystallizing. We're going from Homo sapien to Homo luminous. And the reason why twin flames are leading it is they are vibrating at a very high frequency. They know their soul mission. They're usually very gifted, top of their field, and they bring out the best in each other. The best and the worst. And the worst meaning the parts of you that need to be healed. Not that there's anything wrong with you. There's parts in you that require healing. There's parts of you that need to come into truth. There's parts of you that need to come into right relationship. So when you come into Amy, when you come into that path of your soul, where you sit with the silence of your essence and you hum at that vibration when you're with that person, you don't even need to talk. Telepathy tells you all. You're able to communicate on a non-linear basis. You become much more higher in vibration, where you're meeting telepathically, where you're meeting in the dream state, where you're meeting in your light body, your luminous form.
That is absolutely mesmerizing. And I found each and every one of you just listening and listening, trying to take it all in. It's rather difficult to take everything in at the moment. I believe you're here for a while.
Sorry?
You're here for a while?
Yes. I'm here till I'm here till next Thursday before I fly back to Byron Bay. And I was just telling Kez how blessed I was. Last Saturday I was sitting with the Māori people in Christchurch, the Ngaitahu and the Waitahi tribes. The Waitahi tribes so you've heard of the haka that the New Zealanders do. There's a love haka that the twin flame energy frequency portals in Christchurch have, and they're known as the Waitahis. So I've just done ceremony there until Tuesday. I flew into Byron Bay for a day to be with my son. It was his birthday, and flew straight here. So I feel like there's a grid between New Zealand and Perth, and somehow I can feel it through the ley lines of the Tasman that there's an absolute new vibrating pulse, an emanation within the earth. And you beautiful people in Perth at the twin flames, can you kindly put your hand up just so I can get an energy feel for you if you know you're a twin? And you'll know from the dynamic, I can see your vibration. Some of you are in that. Twins go through this amazing evolution. Your role on the planet is critical. It's crucial. Even if you're not with your twin, you're doing your work. And the reason why I say that is we are opening new light grids in the earth to awaken the earth to her potentiality. The way we are ascending as humans, Pachamama, Mother Earth, is also ascending. Lady Gaia, our beautiful divine blue planet, blue-green planet, is going through an awakening, is going through an upsurge. Prior to 2012, the planet, which is surrounded by water, was the shape of an icosahedron. Icosahedron exists at a quantum physics level. This is the element of water. As we move into 5D, you can see how it's a three-sided sacred geometric shape. As we're moving into 5D, we're going into the sacred geometric frequency of dodecahedron. This means, and for many of you, this means the energy of chi, prana, light force, the infinite intelligence. The two of these merging are actually creating... Do you mind holding them? I'm sorry, I'll get you to... Prior to 2012, Mother Earth was the shape of an icosahedron. Since 2012, we're merging into the dichotomy of an icosahedron, dodecahedron frequency. That's what ascension means at the quantum physics level. This is not spirituality. This is science, quantum physics. As the two energies merge, we're coming into what's called a stellated dodecahedron frequency, forming in all of us the energy of the Merkaba, or the Star of David. What that actually means is yin-yang. Divine masculine, divine feminine within us, coming into absolute unity, coming into the alpha omega principle, the negative positive charge vibration, and with it forming the third unified field, or the Vesica Pisces in quantum physics. Twin flames carry this in their DNA. The second they meet their twin, or they meet their divine soul counterpart in 3D, which means in this dimensional plane, this is activated. Your Merkaba gets activated. It's like a switch comes on. You meet this person, and like I honestly said, no joke, for you, the twins here would understand it. You go from you become electrified and magnetized. You become obsessed with this person because they're carrying the electromagnetic field frequency that you are, the exact intonation. Ascension is all about coming into right relationship with our electromagnetic fields, coming into the polarity of yin-yang and unifying it at the soul, the sacred alchemical marriage within. That's what the twins are leading. They're leading ascension. They're smashing paradigms of exposing institutions, removing the veils of banks, of public places where we held them in high regard to bring them into alignment of truth, to remove distortion, to remove veils, to remove illusions, to remove where there has been fear domination, where the reptilian frequency was keeping us bound in the matrix. Twins are smashing those paradigms across religion, across spirituality, across culture, across gender, and across race to come into what's called the new root race on the planet, known as the Mana people. There was a time in the prophecies of the shamans spoken that when the new rainbow warriors on the planet come together from all color, all race, all gender, all species, that a new human will be born, the homo luminous frequency that we are in our intrinsic nature. If you are still alive since 2012, you are here for a very special mission. You are here to create the new template on earth, to bring in the new 5D earth, the new matrix of love, the matrix of peace, the matrix of light, to bring in the vibration of passion, integrity, empowerment to the people. This is bringing us back into our own sovereignty, taking the sovereignty from government, from institutions, from the distorted patriarch, and healing it through the earth, through the matriarchal divine feminine within each and every one of us. As we awaken to the truth of who we are, as we awaken to the mission that we are here to do, as we awaken to the love portals that we are here to create, the whole new 5D earth is created through us in flesh. It's born through us, like I said, from a carbon-based matrix system to a crystalline matrix, from Homo sapien to Homo luminous, and for those that are ready, Homo galacticus. Homo galacticus is a part of us that is multidimensional, that exists in other dimensional frequencies. We don't just exist here. It's an illusion. Beyond this dimensional plane, there's the infinite. Infinity, all that exists in the momentum tunnel of the infinite is truth and love. That is an orgasmic wave that continues into the vision of the infinity grids. Everything else is an illusion. In 3D, the density of time begins to slow down, and the density of that compacts. It comes down into density to the illusion of this matter and this form that Kez and I and all you beautiful divine souls that are here hearing this. Your soul knows this. Your essence was born to do this. You are here to break the paradigm of the old ways, to bring in the new revolution of love, the revolution of peace, and the revolution of the new Mana people. It was spoken by the prophecies of the Inka, the Mayan, the Hopi, the Māori people, and the Tibetan shamans, that when the red brother, the yellow brother, the white brother, and the black brother stand in the center of the medicine wheel, Hatun Yunai, Hatun Yuchai, and Hatun Munai happens, which means we come back into the center of the medicine wheel. We go back to 0 point. We go back into the holographic field of oneness, of wholeness, and there is enough for all of us to thrive. We move from fear, we smash the paradigm of fear and move into the energy of love, into the energy of unconditional love, the place of peace within our soul, where we don't need drugs, we don't need alcohol, we don't need addictive energy other than the vibration of holding the purity of our love and the divine mission that each and every one of us have acted in our soul. We're all imprinted. There's not one of us that's not encoded with these 144 DNA light codes. The only difference is twin flames have gone through it earlier because they're the oldest souls on the planet. They have existed since the beginning of time, since the dawn of time when God said, "Let there be light." The twins were born and their energy was dissected into two, and now they've come together to merge. 2 bodies, 1 soul. 2 bodies, 1 soul.
Wow. What do you think about that? I think she deserves hands to do the place. What I found really interesting about that is I'm a New Zealander.
Oh, yay. Oh, my God. I love New Zealand. And we call it as shamans Middle Earth. You're carrying a very, very special vibration.
Oh, I know
New Zealand is, oh, what an honor to be. This is very auspicious. I had no idea.
I'm also related to a Maori family over there.
Oh, wow.
North Island. And when I haven't been with them for many, many years, but when I do hear them sing, when I am with the Maori people, there is this vibration that happens. My heart weeps because I can no longer be with them. But yeah, over here, we have such a distant relationship over here. But I still, there was one experience I had. I was only here 3 weeks, and I've been living with this lovely lady, and she said, take a train into Perth and go see Perth. So I went in, and there was this Maori man on the train, and I hadn't been with my family for months, and I wanted to go sit on the stranger's knee and put my arms around him because I felt this connection with his spirit. So it's very, very real. This is a wonderful lady. I could sit here and listen all day. I'm in my heart, I'm going, that is so true. It resonates with me. Hands together again, please, for
Raghida.
Raghida.
My pleasure. Any questions? Anyone want to ask a quick question? Any of the twins that are here? Anyone going through something right now? Just quickly, as much as I mentioned that twin flames and the soul unions that we're going through right now bring in light, and they bring in peace, and they bring in divine union, divine essence, and your divine destiny. I also understand, and I want to also acknowledge the pain that you go through and the suffering of the soul, the dark nights of the soul, to help you come into that, because we've had lifetimes where there has been disparity, where we have been taken out for our truth, taken our power, taken away from us. This is the lifetime. You reclaim your power. You reclaim your sovereignty. You reclaim your authority, your divine authority, that no one is above you. You allow yourself to resonate at the highest vibrational frequency available to you at your blueprint DNA level. It can be done this lifetime. It's not a dream. It's not an illusion. We are here as humanity to break the codes of silence, to also assist the men, the divine masculine, who've been emasculated, who've been taught that power and struggle and distortion and manipulation is the way to wealth, when it isn't. It's the way of the divine feminine, the rise of the divine feminine within us, irrespective if you're a man or a woman. We all have yin yang. At the soul level, at the innate soul level, we're androgynous. We're neither man or woman. We have on the left-hand side the yin grid, on the right-hand side the yang grid, irrespective of gender in this current consciousness. So when we heal the divine feminine within us, that part of us that understands the yin energy, the omega energy, the magnetic frequency, if you want to do attraction, the law of attraction, you're accessing the law of duality. You want to access magnetism. The world pulsates in a toric field. Mother Earth has a torus around her that vibrates to the left and to the right. Positive charge above, negative charge below. It's an electromagnetic field within your soul that attracts the energy for what you're thinking on the inside. As above, so below, as within, so without. When you recalibrate the electromagnetic field of your own body, your own soul, your own matrix, you instantly connect in with the inner earth and the cosmic grids, and you become a conduit of light, a conduit of grace. And in the magnetism, that is where creation is made. In the void, at the quantum field physics of 0 point, all is in that well. There is plenty. In the new 5D grids, as the divine feminine rises and heals and creation comes through her, a new humanity is born via flesh. We are born in this current consciousness not to die and go through the suffering of ascension. We are ascending via this dimensional body, in this template, in the current times of consciousness. As I shared with you when Kez was carrying the icosahedron and dodecahedron together, we formed the new Merkaba, which means body of light. In the ancient times of golden Atlantis, this was used as a vehicle of ascension. They were able to levitate, telekinesis, teleport, and we're now able and will be. Mark my words, you might think I'm crazy now, but there's going to come a time when we're able to levitate and move in our own ascension vehicle, in our own body of light, and be in teleportated places, bi-local locations at the same time, because we are not here. This is an illusion. We are fractals of the divine. I am doing workshops and holding private sessions for any of you that would like anything. I've got some brochures here at the front, and I'll also leave my business card, but I'm here until Wednesday holding private sessions and doing workshops on twin flames, on ascension, and on the tantric grids of the divine masculine and feminine, also a shamanic workshop where I'll be working with the Inka people and the indigenous people to bring in balance into your life. If you have any questions, you're welcome to come and see me after.
Thank you very much.